Welcome to the holiday edition of Frontline. First, I just want to say thank you for everything you've accomplished in this past year. It's been nothing short of miraculous. Every day, the men and women of Virginia Beach Fire Department bring it, and I'm very proud to be a part of it. I speak for all of senior staff when I say that we are humble and grateful to be able to be at the front of this great organization, and I thank you for everything you do. We're looking forward to a great 2018. We've got a lot of things coming up that are going to really move the department forward. I'm proud to be a part of that. But most importantly, I want you to find some time and take a break and relax. Enjoy your family. Remember what's important at this time of year. Enjoy the holidays, and just take some time to reflect and get yourself ready for another good year. Thank you.
This year's Ladder Academy recently completed a very successful year of training. In our next segment, Captain Edward Landgrover takes us through some of the valuable lessons learned that will improve the skills of our ladder companies.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Captain Landgrover at the Fire Training Bureau. Just want to give you a quick synopsis of our recently completed 2017 Ladder Academy. This year we had 21 participants in the academy with the same cadre of instructors that came back to help maintain some of that consistency that we had from last year. The aerial operators portion of the course was an AHJ driven academy that was geared towards the aerial apparatus that we have here in the city of Virginia Beach. Master Firefighter Scott Perry and Master Firefighter Cleon Jones were able to put together a fantastic program that provided the participants a lot of stick time in operating the different platforms of aerial devices that we have here in the city, between our new E1 tower ladder apparatus, our straight sticks, and our tiller aerial device. Our AHJ aerial operators course, which is the authority having jurisdiction, utilizing the state's program, they were able to kind of massage it a little bit to meet our needs here in Virginia Beach. So not only were they taken through the traditional cone course, driving of the larger apparatus, but then they were also put through or exposed to how to operate both some of our older Pierce platforms, but along with our new E1 platforms and some of the capabilities and operating skills needed to operate our new aerial devices. During the aerial operators portion of the course, they were able to maneuver, put in place, and operate our aerial devices in different situations. So from the traditionally accepted use of, backing the ladder truck into position, getting the stick in place for whether to work off of or to put firefighters on the roof, even to be able to use the truck in a zero angle situation where we've got the truck at what may seem to be a very compromising position, but that these aerial devices nowadays are able to operate in that, so that we could get a bucket down low to direct streams into a well-involved commercial structure up into a window or through a door.
We're taking out windows. I would suggest using your roof hook or a Halligan. And when we take them out, put them out like this. This is very similar to a hole punch on the window, right? What happens? Our hand goes through. So he's hitting it really hard, his hand goes through, and it keeps going through the window, and that glass drops down, right? So if we're going to do it, we stand to the side, or that roof hook gives us some distance, and we come and we swing, and we take the sash out, all right? Because if you go like this, your momentum keeps carrying you through the glass, right? So it's a lot safer, I think, with a Halligan or a roof hook. Gives you that leverage to swing and knock that stuff out, right?
So all the participants were able to get a lot of operating time, a lot of outside the box operating skills that they're typically not afforded in a lot of aerial operators courses. Here, this was geared strictly towards the devices that we have here in the city. And Master Firefighter Perry and Master Firefighter Jones were able to take the participants through a lot of stuff that most guys don't get or have available to them in operating our aerial devices outside the box. The other half of the academy, again, was focused on truck company operations. The three basic disciplines that we try to have focused on our truck company or our ladder company crews, forcible entry, ground ladders, and ventilation. This year, again, we had several structures available to us that we were able to use for ventilation and ground ladders portion to provide us with different types of vertical ventilation situations. So peaked residential roofs, we're also able to utilize a available commercial structure to do commercial vertical ventilation. We were also able to use those structures for our ground ladders days. They're putting the participants in different situations where they might be tasked by themselves or as a two-man team in getting ground ladders on the building and in situations that would be needed for either rescue or to work off of. The forcible entry day, we were able to do here at the Fire Training Center. Again, using the forcible entry props that we've always had available to us, we're able to take the participants through varying degrees of difficulty, whether one-person or two-person forcible entry scenarios, and then kind of culminate it all together at the end, to kind of put them in that situational type of environment where they were on air, full PPE, in a limited visibility situation, forcing entry into structures. So these are basically the foundation, the skill sets that we're looking for from those members assigned to our ladder companies, to provide them with that opportunity then to move from that and build on those skill sets with those other members of their company, or once they get to a ladder company, so that they're able to perform those fireground tasks that we're looking towards our ladder companies to accomplish. So again, another successful year with our ladder academy. Again, this is only our second year, and this is something we hope to be able to continue with annually. So if you haven't been through the academy and are interested, please look for it. We've already got the dates in for next year. So please start thinking about getting yourself involved in that, or if you're anticipating maybe moving or transferring to a ladder, this is an opportunity for you to kind of build that skill set so that to become the ladder operator or that fireground truckie that we're looking for. So again, if you have any questions, please, you can reach out to any member of the training staff here, and we'll be happy to answer any of your questions.
They are unthinkable acts of violence, but terrorism, both foreign and domestic, has become a part of our modern reality. Mass shootings in Las Vegas, Florida, and Texas, the subway bombings in New York City, all serve as reminders that that kind of violence can strike anywhere. Recently, at our fall company in-service, the Virginia Beach Fire Department conducted a mass casualty drill to prepare for the day when and if such a thing happens here. Battalion Chief Mike Brashear has more.
A volley of gunshots in the night, carnage mounting inside, the injured on the ground outside.
In a matter of seconds, a country music festival turned tragic, a storm of gunfire raining down upon an innocent crowd.
I know.
Like gunfire, we got multiple Metro units moving that way. We don't know what we got just yet, so.
I got 4 patients I need transport for, and I need at least 2 additional fire apparatus to assist with triage down here.
A male driving a rented Home Depot pickup truck entered the West Side Highway bicycle path at Houston Street, began driving southbound, striking a number of pedestrians and bicyclists along the route.
New details on the breaking news today, an attempted terror attack in New York City. 2 law enforcement sources telling CNN the suspect, a 27-year-old man, was living in Brooklyn.
This segment, I'm going to talk about our fall officer in-service, in which we had the topic of MCIs based on many of the recent unfortunate events throughout the United States. Some that come to mind is the shooting at the church in Texas, the rental truck in New York, and also the active shooter in Las Vegas. We decided to go over MCIs, but remember, MCIs aren't limited to these types of calls. Here's a little recap of what we did during our training. We had a guest speaker from Roanoke City. It was the Roanoke City Fire Chief, David Hoback.
Well, first of all, I'm honored to be here, and I was honored to be asked to speak. In today's world, the MCI training is more vital today than it's ever been. We're faced, and the fire service faced, response readiness to be able to handle a multi-casualty or a mass casualty situation. We read about it all the time in the media and in the papers, and we really need to step our game up and making sure we're ready and prepared and proficient at those type of skills. And this is just another part of doing that. The presentation I did today and what Virginia Beach did, in addition to that, along with the hands-on, is just invaluable for what Virginia Beach needs to be prepared for dealing with a mass casualty.
Again, we do not know any more details than this. They are emerging rapidly. The NYPD and FBI are on the scene reporting, but once again, at least 7 people have died and many more are injured.
Well, mass casualty is very complicated in many aspects, and the fact that it is a low-frequency, high-risk event, and the fact that we don't do it very often. And for that reason, we have to prepare, and we have to train, and we have to be knowledgeable of the different disciplines in dealing with mass casualty. But on the backside of that, we're also dealing with a whole different animal, as you say, dealing with active shooter situations and acts of violence. That is a different approach when you're dealing with the situation of mass casualty. In the past, the fire service has been able to stay in their silo of being able to provide structural firefighting or rescue from collapsed buildings or hazmat. But when you're dealing with an active shooter situation, the silos need to come down. You have to work with law enforcement, EMS, the 911 centers, the critical aspect of that, and fire. They all need to be on the same sheet of music, as they say. They need to be partnering in training and partnering in policy so that when something does occur, the different disciplines know how to respond and how to complement one another.
60 folks command at Virginia Beach. I got a total of at least 25 patients.
Well, there's a lot of opportunity to dealing and managing mass casualty. A lot of the stuff is now putting the tools in the hands of the firefighters and getting away from the paper forms and going electronic. And the applications of those are becoming in the near future that allows not only the people on the scene to see what's going on, but the hospitals to see the patient loads that are going on. We're very good at technology as it relates to the fire service and running structure fires and dealing with air management system using technology. I think the same technology can be brought into the fire service and the EMS that allows us to be more transparent and allow everybody to see what's going on. And the more situational awareness we provide for our players or our stakeholders, the better off we can provide services and manage mass casualty situations. So you could look forward to that coming and seeing that in the future. We've been looking at it at the state level as being chairman of the State Emergency Management Committee. We looked at it and we still strive to see how we can get that process going. It's challenging because of expense and because of some other issues, but I feel that within the next couple of years that will be something that we can share with everybody.
Yeah, I've sent you 4 green, 2 yellow, total of 4 red.
Overall, it was a great day of training. There's some positive feedback. I hope if you haven't already, as a crew, that you've reviewed MCIs, these types of calls, how you'd respond to it. Review the roles and responsibilities of triage, treatment, transport. Also include tracking. It's a very important part of this process, understanding how that works, how we track patients from the scene and what hospital they go to. When you're doing this drill, remember we have the Hampton Roads Mass Casualty Incident Response Guide. Use that. It has a lot of good resources and information in there to assist you with your training. Our guest speaker, Chief Hoback from Roanoke City, talked about silos and how as departments we can't remain in our own silos. We need to work together. An event like this does make it to Virginia Beach. Fire department, EMS, PD, dispatch, all of us will have to definitely be on our A game and work together. So it's very important that we train and we do these things now so when the event comes, we're prepared. As always, if I can assist with any of your training, whether it's MCI or anything at all, please don't hesitate to contact myself or anyone here, the training staff. On behalf of the training staff, I just want to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'm looking forward to next year. We have some good things on the plate. Look for more training on active shooters with EMS and PD in the May, June, July timeframe. Until then, we'll continue to do EMS training and fire training with acquired structures or anything we can do to assist you. Please don't hesitate to give us a shout.
The Virginia Beach Fire Department recently started a new fire academy. In our next segment, some of the instructors will update us on the progress of this year's VBFA 1.
Hey, Captain Rubel here with Academy update for you. So we started the Academy November 9th. We started with 33 individuals. We're down to 30 now. We're wrapping up the EMT portion as I'm talking to you. So we're latter part of December. They're going to start their ride time. They're going to do ride time for a couple of weeks, and we're looking at starting the Fire Academy portion January 9th. So as far as who we have in the Academy, it's a diverse group. Got some college degree folks in there. We got some veterans. We also have some blue-collar skilled trades folks in there. We've got several women in there as well. So it's a diverse group, very good group, starting to gel at this point in the Academy. So we're about 40 days in. So they're starting to figure some things out and figuring out teamwork and determination.
I admire the effort. You have to stay on the beam. If even a toe touches the floor, you're going to go to the end of the line.
And kind of get you where you need to be. They're on their toes, so they're starting to play the game pretty good.
Hello, my name is Dustin Lyle, Master Firefighter Paramedic with the City of Virginia Beach, and also the current lead instructor for Hampton Roads Regional Fire Academy Class 2, or what we're more commonly referring to as Virginia Beach Fire Academy Class 1, with the merger of the two.
How you act and how you respond is going to make a difference in your day. There's an instructor, there's a recruit manual sitting in there at your seat. I suggest that you take it home and you read it, because you're going to live by it for the next 6 months.
So a couple things that are different with this class maybe is the nomenclature. So in the past we've been TRFA. So recently the region has decided to combine SRFA and TRFA. So regionally the schools now have one name and it's HRRFA, which stands for Hampton Roads Regional Fire Academy. So not only they changed the nomenclature, they changed the numbering system. So it's not HRRFA 165. It didn't pick up where TRFA left off because SRFA had numbers as well. So they decided ground zero, decided to start with number 1. So Newport News had a class, so they are actually Class 1. We are Class 2, so we're HRRFA Class 2. So that's a little bit different. Might be new to some of you out there that haven't heard of that. So going forward from this class, we will be HRRFA.
So I know there still might be some confusion regarding the nomenclature for what we are calling ourselves here within the department. So everyone's clear in the department. We are the Virginia Beach Fire Academy Class 1. For administrative purposes, we're Hampton Roads Regional Fire Academy Class 2. But again, we are the Virginia Beach Fire Academy Class 1. And moving forward, we're just going to continue that numbering system. In the event anything were to change in the future, we're on track and we can just continue that throughout the future of the Virginia Beach Fire Academy. Starting an academy with 33 folks that don't know each other, strangers. Most of them haven't worked in a teamwork or high communication setting. So initially working on those interpersonal skills and just identifying that you cannot do this alone. We worked through those. We're starting to mesh and gel. Unfortunately, we have lost 2 recruits, one to academic standards and then one to PT standards. I think everyone would understand that with 33 recruits not completely understanding what they're getting into, that there's always that expectation that we will lose a few folks. And some of them, and most of them, we encourage to continue to work on it. They know what the expectations are of them going forward, and we certainly would love to have them in the future. It's just not the right time for them. But for the 31 folks that we currently have, again, currently still working towards developing our PT standards, getting them prepared for fire school as we wrap up this first chapter of the academy, that being EMTs.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Starting fire school January 9th, and we're looking at an April 30th graduation. It's going to be a Sandler Center graduation. I think should be a good event. So mark your calendars, April 30th. We'll graduate another class and push some folks out to you.
Well, this is the holiday season, and just as we do every year here at Virginia Beach Frontline Firefighter, we're going to end with some of our favorite outtakes. We also have some holiday messages for you from some very familiar faces at the Virginia Beach Fire Department.
On behalf of Car 9, the Fire Prevention Bureau, and the Life Safety Office, we'd like to wish all members of the Virginia Beach Fire Department a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we hope that everybody in our fire department has a prosperous and safe 2018.
Hey everybody, Chief Crandall here at Fire Admin. It's been a good year. We've accomplished a lot of things, and a lot of that is attributed to what you do, and we appreciate that. I wanted to take the time just to wish everybody happy holidays, and hope you take the time to spend some time with your family and friends, and you enjoy your time. So we're looking forward to a new year. 2018 is going to be great, and I'm glad you all are going to be a part of it. Take care.
Hey, I just want to take a couple minutes to wish everybody a happy holiday, happy new year, Merry Christmas. It's been a great year. We've had a lot of successes this year. We've hired a lot of new people, promoted a lot of people, and I'm looking forward to a great year next year. Take care and have a good new year.
Hey everybody, from my desk, being in charge of C Shift and Special Operations and IPS, I want to say, first of all, happy holidays everybody out there. I want everybody to continue to make great decisions and use the brain that we ask you to use each and every day on the fire truck or in the meetings or the operations that you do. I want to say thank you to the 5 battalions on C Shift for running what I consider to be the best shift in the city. To Special Operations, you guys do a fantastic job out there each and every day, managing great programs that are very dynamic. Eric and IPS, we're getting close, but happy holidays to you and your family for putting up with one of the greatest projects the city's ever seen. And as we move into 2018, everybody stay safe, keep your head on a swivel, make great decisions, train hard, and have a great year. Thank you.
Well, hello everybody. As we get towards the end of 2017, thought it'd be nice to come and just tell everybody what a fantastic job you guys have done this whole year. We've been afforded some really awesome opportunities of growth through our personnel and equipment we've been able to buy, and the advancement of being able to get our Burton Station location funded, an opportunity we have at Fort Story. These kinds of things we haven't seen in so long, almost as far back as 1984. That's just a really long time. You guys continue to provide a fantastic service to our community. You guys maintain your health and your welfare, and you just do an outstanding job. And so from me to you, I want to say thank you. We look forward to 2018 and another fantastic year in the VBFD. Happy holidays and a Happy New Year.
From everyone here at Fire Administration,
Happy holidays and Happy New Year.
Hey, could you get me down out here?
That was Cobra's voice.
Can you get me down out here? We got a recording going on, all right?
Oh.
Come on, you can get in on it. We'll do a cameo. We'll have you sneaking around the back, looking in. That'd been funny.
For SAR, Marine Rescue.
Hey, we're going.
Not like this.
That's the part. No.
Hey.
Whenever you're ready.
Hi, this is Master Pat. Can't even get the words out of my mouth. Ugh.
In this first segment, this is gonna go on, man. They're at the deal where they're all on the flight line, revving their engines for takeoff. This is gonna go on for a while. Hi, I'm Art Kahn, and welcome to this month's edition of Virginia Beach Frontline Firefighter. You know, with the rising cost of energy, I had this stuff down, man, until we fired the planes and everything else started going. Okay. Unbelievable.
I've been tweeting all day.
Is that your forward hanging out?
Stop judging me, Jack.
All right, Jonathan, will you get some control over me, please? Okay.
Molly called the chief of training to tell him that his building was burning down. And I said, did you call the fire department? He said, not yet.
That's a big truck right there.
They did good. Yeah, no, they did real well. They hustled and got up there and got the fire out real quick. Get your way over here to my buggy. We got Dan Baraki. He probably knows exactly what happened.
Ariel, be jolly. Let's say block humbug.
Since we have the tree, we should all start out like they did the Hark Carol to Angels. We should all be going.
Oh God. Say, start us off.
So you got called out 3:40 this afternoon. Tell me, you guys were called out.
That is correct. We got a report of a boat fire behind a residence. Excuse me. It's the fire chief. Got to answer. I am with 3 cameras pointing at me right now in media here.
Well, that's going to do it for this month's edition of Virginia Beach Frontline Firefighter. As always, we remind you that if you have any ideas for future programs, please send them to Kirk.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll tak a cup o' kindness yet for days of old lang syne.